What's good with y'all? We back with another video, man. I know I done missed about 2 days. I think it's been 2 days up long, man, but I ain't had nothing going on. Just been chilling ever since especially the thing what happened with Meech or whatever. So this video right here to give y'all something, man. I know y'all like the daily upload, so I'm about to talk about in detail with the plans for Meech, cause I see people don't fully listen, man, or watch the whole video or something like that. Cause it be stuff I already answered and said in the video, and people still don't get. I don't guess, or people just not listen. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Said this thing does crank up. If it lock up now, cool. It don't matter to me. Well, it don't want to crank up today for some reason. But like I said, the oil pump is not dead in the car. It's not done. So if I would pat the gas or hold on the floor, it probably would crank up. But I don't know. I might try it again before we end the vlog. But we're gonna finish the discussion, so y'all stay tuned. Alright, told y'all, run, come and knock. Rod bearing knock. Told y'all the crank, it still cranks, just the rod bearing knock. People probably, why you still cranking it? Man, it's tore up, man, ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it, it's tore up already, so. But, it still got oil pressure and all that, you know. The only reason I haven't took it loose because if I have to move it, I can still move it. I'm not trying to be pushing the car around the yard like I was before. Cause this bad boy heavy. And it got that spool in the rim, and it ain't no joke pushing. So yep, I want y'all to hear that. So we're gonna get back to the discussion. Alright, well, I thought I was about to uncover Meech. I said I ain't about to do all that. I was gonna crank it up or whatever. Let y'all hear it. The car still cranks. All that good stuff, man. Like I said, now I hope everybody listens to this video. So I'm gonna get to everything early. So like I said, I have never had that happen to me before. I am aware of it, you know. Some stuff I be knowing. A lot of stuff y'all throw out there I do already know. The stuff I don't know, I always say I don't know. I'll let y'all know. But I do know, I'm aware of gas. Let me brighten this up. I'm aware of gas. Gas can break down your oil. That's what happened, y'all. The fuel pump, not fuel pump. The oil pump did not go out. Well, I want everybody to listen real thoroughly to see what happened. The oil pump did not go out. There was no oil pump failure. The oil screen didn't fall off. Because I had that happen before. Oil screen fall off. The pickup falls off. That didn't happen. I did not lose oil pressure. Big Meech is still full of oil right now. Big Meech. Probably got 5 quarts, 5 to 5.5 quarts. It got about 5.5 because I poured a half quart in. But the motor is full of oil. Gas breaks down oil, so it wasn't getting proper lubrication. I just didn't catch it. Then none of us catch it. We didn't think to pull the oil stick out. Now, it could have been prevented. It could have been prevented if we would have thought and pulled the oil stick out. Caught it after I changed the fuel pump. Okay, what caused it? It was the initial startup with the Holly Blue. A Holly Blue is capable of 14 psi, 14 pounds of pressure, which, and no telling, I think at 110 gallons per hour. And this car has a 1/2-inch fuel line. The fuel line about that big. It's a 1/2-inch fuel line on the car, which the factory fuel line is a 7/16. 7/16 fuel line. It's a big difference. Why does it have that? Okay, if you know the story on this car, I owned this car back in 2011, and before that, and I sold it back in 2011. I had a big block 460 in this car built all the way. The motor was starving for fuel, so I put a 1/2-inch fuel line on it and set the system up to supply the big block. and I had an 850 carburetor on it. So that fuel, when I bought the car back, the person kept the big block, but the fuel system was still on it. So the Holly Blue was probably still set at 9 psi, which is like 88 gallons per hour, which is way too much. Way too much. 88 gallons per hour. Then you got to factor in, I mean, half-inch fuel line too. That's a lot. My built turbo Camaro does not run at 88 gallons per hour, and it makes 600 some horsepower. So you think about it. So the initial startup, and yes, the car has a regulator on it. That's why I put the car always had a regulator on it. I know how to set a fuel regulator and all that, but it was no need. It was no purpose cause I didn't have a fuel pressure gauge. I didn't have an inline gauge at the time, so I wouldn't know where my pressure was at anyway. I didn't have a gauge in the regulator. This car always had a regulator on it. You got a Holly Blue, you need a fuel regulator. Holly Reds can come with a fuel regulator too. I know about Holly Blacks. All of that. So that's the fuel regulator right there. Always been on the car. You see that line? That's a half-inch line. So it was just careless, man. I mean, stuff happened. Now I'm not sweating it. I'm not sweating it. Like I said, cause I already got it. It's just money, man. I mean, it ain't money come and go. It can be replaced and all that. I'm gonna buy a brand new crate engine. Somebody said, what y'all said? The junkyard bills. Listen, man, if you know how to go about it, you can buy a used motor that runs great. I've done it many times in the years and had cars never break or whatever. You just know who you buying from, know what you getting. That was a great motor. It was a great motor. A perfect running motor, man. Would have ran for, I don't know, whatever. But, you know, like I said, we crunked it up with the Holly Blue, so it killed it. It washed the rings, as people said. I didn't know the proper term for that now, what you call it, but it washed the rings. And we got some fuel in the oil pan. And yeah, it were people that said it, especially some long time subscribers, man. I think T-Bone said it. He mentioned it, and I did. I did smell the oil stick, but early in the vlog, in the series, I didn't smell no oil at the time. I mean, not oil, I'm sorry. I ain't smell no gas, which I said in a vlog. But then, obviously, it was a good amount in there, because it broke the oil down. Or even if it was a little bit, it must have broke the oil down. If I would have just changed the oil again, which I had did an oil change, cause I think some people be missing some of the videos, so they just be jumping in so they don't be knowing what's going on. That's why I be recommending people watch the entire series, cause when I build these cars, y'all know I give every little detail. Even when it's bad. Like some people try to hide stuff when stuff like this happen. You might not just see no videos and you be wondering. But I just show the bad cause you could teach somebody something. Like I said, I never had that happen. But there was a lot of fuel pressure when you think about it. I mean, if it was at 9 psi, which I think that's where it was probably set with the Holly Blue, there was 88 gallons per hour. That's a lot of gas. That's a whole lot of gas. And it flooded. If you saw when we first crunked the engine up, it flooded it. It flooded it bad. It immediately filed out the plugs. Somebody said it would have cleared the plugs up. Not when they filed out. Not that bad. It's bad. They was soaked in gas. If it couldn't even burn the gas, that's why I stopped cranking. So it filed the plugs out. We had some electrodes touching and stuff. So all that, man, could have played a part. Now, that's where the smoking was coming from. When you got gas and oil mixture, it's gonna smoke. It's gonna create some smoke out the exhaust. Naturally, when gas is burning, I mean, that's what exhaust is. I mean, it's the fume. So, I mean, naturally, you're gonna see some smoking. Cause, like I said, man, go back and look at the first video when Rick car was parked right here. When Rick car was parked right here, and I crunked that car, walked around it, didn't smoke one bit. And somebody asked about the throttle body. I'm trying to answer all the questions too. I'm not addressing that. I'm just trying to state the facts. But somebody asked if I would have left the throttle body and computer on it, would it did the same thing? Yeah, probably did it quicker. A throttle body only like 500 CFM, 450 CFM. So yeah, the carburetor it was too big, but we could have jetted the carburetor down, which is what I was gonna do. If I would have caught that right there, I would have just jetted the carburetor down and went about the business. And I knew the Holly Blue was too much. Even trying to turn it down, I wasn't gonna be able to tame it down enough. That's why I took the Holly Blue off and put the Mr. Gasket. Put the Mr. Gasket pump on there. It was running at 5 PSI, which was perfect. Perfect for that. I mean, 5 PSI was okay. But by that time, the damage been done. So that's what happened. Now, like I said, this car spun a rod bearing. That's where the knot come from. I already know. I done did it. I done did all this stuff before. I have experienced all this stuff before. That's how I know about it. I done had many engines, man. I done spun a rod bearing. My pickup done fell off in the oil pan before. I done flooded carburetors. I have never rinsed piston rings, though. I never did that. This is the first time. If you do enough, you're going to go through all this stuff, too. I ain't never rinsed no piston rings, though. So that's my first time for that. But engine knot, I mean, I done had some fall down through the engine, drop in the carburetor, not crank it up, pull the head off of it, and it's sitting on top of the piston. So I done caught stuff. I done did a lot of stuff. And it take for you to been following the movement a long time to just notice stuff. Like, this is not my first rodeo or whatever. Then you got some people, some of y'all just come on here to troll, which y'all ain't subscribers. Y'all know what's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna Ben Wallace you. That's all gonna happen, man. Ben Wallace, you're out of here. But other than that, like I said, I got a plan, man. You can't sweat stuff like this. Sometimes people be sweating stuff more than you sweat it. And then that's why with the car game too, you have people want you to do stuff the way they want it done. It don't work like that, man. You can't. I mean, the internet give people an opinion, and when you put yourself out there, or you put anything on Facebook or whatever, you opening the doors for other people to give an opinion. But I just don't like that. I never say, hey, I feel like you ought to do this and do that. People want you to do stuff their way. You do stuff your way. You know what I'm saying? You do what's for you. I'm not about to do something to please somebody else. Y'all know how I feel. That's why I talk about the rims and all that. I'm not doing stuff to please somebody else. I don't care how big my bank get. I'm not about to do something to get approval from that man over there, that woman right there. I'm gonna do it to get approval from me and make sure I'm happy with it. It don't matter what everybody else say. And that's what people got to get used to out here in life, and got to realize, stop doing stuff for approval. Do what you want to do at the end of the day. Don't worry about what that man say or that woman say. You do what fits you. You do what you want to do in your heart, not what everybody else talking about. Even though people gonna have an opinion on you and the things you do, you still do what you want to do. And that's the problem with the world today. Everybody trying to please everybody else. Don't work like that. Don't work like that. You stay 10 toes, you stay real and true to yourself. Forget the other people. So that's the thing about all of that. Like I said, stuff happens, man. Now, like I said, I will have a crate motor coming in about 2 weeks tops. Crate motor ought to be in. It's a regular 350. But I did trip out. Somebody said Big Meech want a big block. Hey, that's what I said too. I guess Meech said, man, look, man, you don't get this. Stop putting these regular motors in me. Cause fun fact about this car, I have never, since I had this car, I had 2 engines in it, and neither one of them was a regular engine. The first engine I ever had, it was a small block 355. It was built. Then I went to the big block. So Meech ain't never saw a regular engine, not since I owned it. So I get Meech like, nah, man, we ain't doing it like that. But nah, it gonna have to get a regular engine. Now normally, if I wouldn't have never drove this car, I wouldn't have been worried about it. I would have just pushed it back right there in the spot, covered it up, and it would have had to wait. If I wouldn't have drove it, if I would just crunk it up and it happened in the driveway, I would say, oh well, I'll get back to it later. But I drove it, man, they really messed me up. Cause the emotional connection with me and this car is something serious. So now I feel like I got to get it back on the road. And I'm not about to dump the money it's gonna cost to do the big block. I'm not about to do that yet. And I got like something going on with all of my cars at the same time. So I got stuff getting done to all of my cars at the same time. So I'm not about to do that. And I'm still gonna put an engine in wifey car. So I'm not about to even do the engine for this car. The engine for this car gonna be, it probably gonna be 30 to 40,000 doing the engine and transmission for the car. I'm just gonna be realistic and throw the numbers out there so people know why I'm moving like I'm moving. It probably gonna be 30 to 40,000 engine and transmission, and then you still got suspension to do. I'm gonna take the car off the frame. I'm gonna have the frame powder coated and all this stuff done. So you talking about some change, and I don't want to get into that, and I'm working on all of my cars right now. Dolo got a big chunk of money in it, more than what I planned on and all that. Dolo not even finished, not nowhere near finished. People saying it coming together, but it's nowhere near finished. What I'm gonna call 100% complete. Like, it's gonna have a wheel change. It's about to get some fabrication done in the trunk and all of that. Which all that, I mean, I'm spilling the beans right now and stuff, man. Y'all gonna see Dolo ain't nowhere near finished. Nowhere near finished. It will be finished before the year out though. So it's a lot of other stuff going on. Then we doing the house stuff and all that. I'm like, well, I'm not even about to get involved in this car with that big block like that. But I didn't want it sitting up, and y'all know why. Now my people that watch all the videos, y'all already know what's going on. You know why I got this car running and all that. I looked at the top, isn't it? I ain't getting back into that. But yeah, man, what else comment? What else? It ain't that serious, man. It'll be, the car will be back running. The car will be back running, man, within 3 weeks tops. It is not that big of a deal. Crate engines, regular crate engines, they don't cost that much. They ain't bad at all. So I mean, it ain't that major. It's all good. I could put the crank in it, or like I said, Rick was like, man, we can put a crank in it, but I just personally don't want to put a crank in a 305 base motor. I don't want to spend the money doing that all the time. I really just put a 350 to go with a bigger engine. Then the 600 will be perfect. It'll be adequate enough and all that. Everything will work out perfect with a 350. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, it'll be back running, back riding. I'm gonna put some wheels on it. I'm gonna put some wheels on it, some 24s or some 6s, just to calm the rear end down a little bit more. Say I can ride. I had it on the highway, like it ain't no problem. But just to calm it down a little bit more, give me a little more top end. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, man, that's it. Just to give y'all a video, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Just something to talk to y'all. Had to talk to y'all and give y'all something. So I hope the next video be an update on Dolo, man. I'm trying to get this car back this month. I want to have Dolo out here this month. And the Camaro too, John Jones. So I'm trying to get them out. Like I said, trying to get everything shaking. And so we can get some content, man. Especially some action, some track and all that, man. Cause I'm trying to rent the track, but I don't want to rent the track until I got both of my cars. Dolo and John Jones. So I can bring both of them at the same time, make it worth my money. So yep, that's it. I'm gonna be back on the daily upload. Like I said, I just didn't have nothing to I ain't have nothing to upload the other days. So, but I figured I've been reading all the comments the past 2 days. So I'm like, man, let me drop this and talk to people, man. Let them know what's going on. Just start paying more attention to the video. If you look at the videos in depth and you look at them all the way through, you won't miss nothing. You won't miss nothing. Cause I be saying some comment, I'm like, you couldn't have looked at the video all the way through, or either you wasn't listening. You wasn't listening, or so you missed something. Or you commented before you saw the whole video. I mean, so, or you missed something in the series and all that, cause I'm very detailed. But yeah, when the new engine come in, see, I'm getting a crate engine. I'm gonna have it either I'm gonna go pick it up, I'm gonna have it delivered right to the house and dropped in front of the garage. But when the new crate engine come in, gonna change the valve covers, put the intake on it, and shoot, it's ready to go. The exhaust already hooked up, gonna be ready to go. It's gonna be real quick. Like I said, man, Rick said he gonna get it straight. Appreciate him. And yeah, that's it, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on that video. I might do a feature on the car. I gotta hit him up, see what he wanna do. Y'all definitely wanna see that. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. I'll catch y'all on that video. I'm out.